Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Jill Taylor from Pregnancy Choices. Jill, you are very active online and in social media and so forth, and that seems to be another really good way. You gave us the website where we can see everything going on, pregnancychoicesforme.org. But also you have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth.
Right.
Are you finding that that's helping that community?
Well, let me tell you something. We're real excited about that. We've just invested quite a bit of funds that a wonderful donor allowed us to use to really develop very strong Facebook and websites for each center location, so that if a person is in Akron and they want to find help, if they think they want to talk to someone about an abortion, then that one shows up as their closest location, and then the rest will all be there as well. So we're doing due diligence to do a good job on those. We're also developing one that will be really for our supporters, our churches, our businesses who want to know the good stories. We can tell those on a separate one. I'm not exactly positive whether we're going to call that Friends of Pregnancy Choices or what, but that's yet to be determined. But we're working on those two things. So we're really trying to do a good job of communicating with each audience. But one of the things that I just want to call out, and maybe you can help me even explain this, Susie, there just seems to be, I think you called it a campaign. The other side of this case that would really like to have more people come in for abortions, they do not want people who are abortion minded to hear what we're going to share with them. They do not want them to see that child in an ultrasound. They do not want them to understand that it's a child, not a glob of tissue. All of the things that we will share in truth and all of the options we'll share, they really don't want. Even if we share adoption, they're not interested in sharing adoption. They're not going to make money on adoption. So they're going to literally refer them to us if they've got a client that says, no, I'm just really interested in having this child, but I'd like to place it for adoption. Okay, go down the street. You're going to see Pregnancy Choices there. So those people who see that we are indeed attracting those clients who are, maybe strongly determined to have an abortion, and yet they come in and then they'll make a statement afterwards. I was treated so well. Thank you so much. I got a lot of good information. I'm going to stay in touch. We have so many good success stories from those. But we have people that are irate when they see that. So they, in this campaign, make almost canned responses. You can track them clear into other states, Minneapolis or New York or whatever, the same statement being made. So I guess we call that fake news these days, but we get that. We get those kinds of statements. And I would just, first of all, ask the audience to know those aren't our real clients. I can guarantee you those aren't our real clients.
So you're saying when they see reviews and they see some of these, only a 1-star review with something really
negative,
hurtful and negative written in there, saying that they'd had a bad experience. You're saying they probably were never even there.
Right. They're abortion Nazis or something like that. We hear those things. We see those things. They're ISIS.
Say that about
Somebody
you.
said we're ISIS.
Oh, my gosh.
So, it's just, who's the popular, enemy at the moment. But yeah, we want people to understand, no, we're not. But there is an enemy out there. And so there is a way to counter that. And that would be for you not, of course, to like their comment, but to like the site, maybe like the person above that made a comment that was positive. Because you may help me understand this, but from what I understand, the more likes on the comments, on the pages, on the issues, drives down the negatives. Is that right?
Well, Facebook tries to give people what they want. So if people are liking a positive comment, it's going to keep that showing. If people are kind of like, meh, to a negative comment, that will drive it down. You also can flood it with, if you've had a positive experience with Pregnancy Choices, if you believe in what they stand for and what they're doing, please do go to their Facebook page, give them a great review,
right?
And like other great reviews, because that is a way to tip the scales more in your favor.
And so for all ministries, this is a good shout out, because if you don't feel like you have the money to donate to or the time, here's what you can do. Make 5 minutes of your day a Facebook day and a moment, and then go in and find the organizations you believe in and just like it and maybe make a comment, or maybe look at an event that they're having and say, sounds like fun, hope to join you. Comment. That's all you need to do, and then people can like that, because that's what it's going to take. And we have to work within the bounds of the organization. So we need to do what Facebook asks us to do in order to make that happen.
Yes, and absolutely. If you know that something is false, you said the word fake news, you can report it. So that's something that Facebook allows you to do. They don't want fake news out there. They're very conscientious about that, and they feel used, I think, in some way. And so, but they want to give people what they want. So we love our social media around here, but it can be used for good. It can be used not for good. And so I appreciate what you're saying that. You've been growing. My goodness, you've opened up a new facility.
Yes, we have, and it's thriving. It's doing well. Callie Jobs is the director there, and Marcia Raymond, the receptionist. And boy, we're having all sorts of great appointments there, and they have a wonderful material support area. We are having, nurse appointments there. So it's growing. It's right on the bus route. It's on Arlington Road, actually 2780. South Arlington Road. We're Suite 203. You can't miss us. The sign, the famous Pregnancy Choices sign is out there. We'd love to have you stop in. I know they've already had one open house for other organizations in the community, so we'd love to have you come in. And that'll be fun. Can I also mention, do we have time for me to mention the golf outing?
Absolutely.
Because it's golf season. So we have our wonderful Links for Life coming up on September 25th. If you're just hearing this and you think, whoa, that's going to be interesting, where is it? It's at Glenmore Country Club. We're going to have both the golf day and the spa available. So those of you who maybe own a business and want to treat your office manager or one of your secretaries or whatever to a wonderful day in the spa, you can do that, and you can have a team of golfers go out. So it's going to be a fabulous day. We provide you with a great lunch as you come in and a fabulous dinner to end. So all in all, it'll be a great event. So we are hoping you can save September 25th, and we'll be starting to flood information out there. But don't wait for us. If you want more information, call that number 330-455-7500, and or pop us an email and ask what's going on. jtaylor@pscstark.com. I'd be happy to send you information.
All right. Well, let's not move beyond this too soon, because if we're talking, there's a lot of golf outings around here.
I know.
This one really is the premier.
It is
because
awesome.
For one thing, you're at Glenmore, and that course is unmatched.
The prizes are unbelievable.
Do you know what any of going to be?
Well, usually we do like $120 spree in the
fun.
The golf room there. What is it called? The golf store.
The golf shop.
Yeah, and so it'll be the pro shop. It'll be great. You'll have some things. You'll go home with the logo, the Glenmore logo on it, and we also give like a sleeve of Pro V1 balls that you walk. There are lots of things that come along the day. They're just really special.
Some people are nervous to play out there, but they don't have to be, right? It's just a beautiful course. You do have to watch the spikes. You need to not have actual spikes on your golf shoes. Get the kinds, if you have to change them out, switch them out because it's worth it, to have little discs instead.
Okay.
Because they don't want you aerating the golf course.
They're going to do that in the fall.
That's right. They take care of that themselves. But you do have to watch and have the disc type of spike golf shoes.
All right.
But other than that, talk about the course. Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. I've driven around with with someone and seen the beauty of it. And what's neat is that it's really protective. If we were to have a rain day, you really can live through that there. They've got spots where you can pull in and you're covered, and it's beautiful. It's outstandingly beautiful.
And you did say if you're just not a golfer, well, then, for heaven's sake, spend the day in the spa.
Exactly.
Right? You're still supporting Pregnancy Choices while you get your services.
And there's a wonderful patio to sit out and watch the golfers, and it's just gorgeous. Really a beautiful day.
It's going to be a great day. What day is that again?
It's September 25th. It's a Monday. Yep.
Okay. So go to Pregnancy Choices or call for more information?
Yes.
All right. Baby bottles. Let's not move along before we talk about those.
Well, I just want to thank the churches. I mentioned that to you, that we have had a wonderful year with the baby bottles, and thank you so much to Jimmy Lever, who's been our church relations person and done a good job of building good relationships with our churches and strengthening them. But boy, it is a joy to be in the churches presenting those, because almost always, Susie, there's someone who comes up and says, "Can I talk to you? Have you got just a minute? I have a situation, or my children are doing this," and so it's just obviously a chance for us to get into the churches and be there and provide some of the services that we have. So to talk about our reconciliation ministry, my favorite place to share refuge is in the churches, because it's about just grief. And all of us have grief. And once you go through that Bible study on grief, you might say, I have this other thing that I've never really dealt with. And then there's something else that Fern and Melinda can help you with. But boy, it's a wonderful opportunity. Love our churches. They have been so good to us. Those of us who have us on their mission budget, we are just so grateful, because we can count on that money coming in every month. And we're not a church, so we can't do an offering. I've found that a couple of times. What can we do? Can we just take an offering? No. So when you're really in a pinch, which ministries are in when they're doing so much, when you've got literally, we have right now 5 locations if you count the Hope for Healing, that there's a lot of costs to that, and a lot of people that we're trying to bring in on that. So yeah, it'd be wonderful to have you connect with us one way or another through your church or through our website, or just come in and think about being a volunteer. All the things we've talked about today and much more. We'd love to have you be a part with us.
You've mentioned that growth is painful. So can we pray for you? How can we do that for you?
Absolutely. Growth is painful. We've just had a lot of turnover. Mostly in centers, you have staff that last for a year to 2. That's the norm. We've had staff that have been with us for 8 years, 10 years, 11 years, 15 years, literally. And so, boy, you really miss those people when they have to leave, or they're ready to leave for whatever reason. So my hat's always off to them, and wish them well when they take what they've gained here and moved. But trying to have somebody step into those shoes is hard, and it's really hard for us, as we have a lot of new people, as big as we're getting, in locations that are outlying.
Yes.
To get to know each other and to have that, what we've always had, this real camaraderie of strength in relationships. So pray for us on that. We want that. We want God to bring us together as a very strong ministry team. So, and God's always good. He does that. We just want it instantly. He's going to bring it slowly but surely. So I would covet prayers for that.
Jill Taylor from Pregnancy Choices. Do visit their website, pregnancychoicesforme.org. Give them a call at 330-455-7500 to talk about or ask about any of the things that we've touched on today. Thank you so much for all you bring to our community.
Thank you, Susie.